everybody. Yeah, the Griswolds are coming to a town near you. We're all excited here in the family, getting ready for a family vacation, packing up. That's why I got the suitcase here. I'm in my packing up mode and garb, if you will. And you know, it got me thinking of such a true and tired cliche about, you know, people make lists and they plan a trip more than they plan their life, or you've heard more than they plan their financial future. And it's true. I mean, look at this list. I got this list here that I've been building for the last 3 or 4 days on things to bring, things not to bring, when I have to do this. Of course, the money is the most important thing. And then it got me thinking, and I started to do some research again about lists. I was thinking, you know, it is so important. Like my father always said, out of sight, out of mind. But author Jim Collins, you may recall his book called Good to Great. It's a good book and it's a great read. He talks about the fact that not only should we make daily, or even intermediate and long-term, but daily to-do lists, we should also have a not-to-do list. Because we put too much stuff in and we try to cram it in. For example, he says, okay, 3 key things that you want to make sure you do is, number 1, believe it or not, the 80-20 principle. Remember I talked about that before? That 80% of the things that happen in your life, it's only 20% of the events. It's 20% of the things that you're doing that's causing 80%. So focus on that 20 when you're making and you're working on that list. Number 2, he says, rise early. I don't care how difficult it is. Get an early start to the day. There's something about that gets you going. And also, slow down and relax. But see, if you got a plan, if you got a blueprint, if you've got a chart, if you've got a list, then you'll do that. Now, here's what he says is important about a not-to-do list. For example, in the morning, no email, no phone calls. Unless it's an emergency, don't answer emails in the morning first thing. Don't answer phone calls. Go over your to-do list. Think about what you're going to do for the day. Don't multitask. I'm noted for that, but I do try to do one thing at a time. Is don't multitask. One step at a time, and don't. And this is important. I do this too. Don't carry your list. Don't carry your list around in your head. You don't have to do that if you write it down. You know, no matter where you have to put your little stickies at. That's the thing. And what's so fascinating about this, it brings me to a quick story. J.P. Morgan, John Pierpont Morgan, the House of Morgan, one of the world's greatest investment bankers, born in the early 1800s, died at 1913, had an estate worth of $65 million, which is $1.3 billion today. He was a financier. He was an investment banker. A couple things he did. His pal, who he hung out with, Thomas Edison, he got Edison together with Houston Electric, and they formed the Edison General Electric Company, today's General Electric. He formed U.S. Steel on a handshake, U.S. Steel. But he's most noted for, in like right around 1900, the economy in America was collapsing, and he got together all the bankers, all the big banks, 11 or 12 banks, put them together in a room and said, we got to put in together our money and make this economy right. He started the Federal Reserve. Okay, great, you get that. Well, as he was an up-and-comer in maybe his mid-30s, early 40s, this guy's been trying to get a hold of him for months to come to his office, has an appointment, it's an emergency, I need to talk to you. Finally, after months, he gives him the appointment. Okay, J.P. Morgan says, all right, bring the guy up. The guy comes up to his office and he says, listen, and he said, I've got something here. I've got a success plan for you. We've all heard that before. I got a success plan for you that's sealed in this envelope. He said, but you're going to have to pay me $25,000. He said, what? Say what? I don't think J.P. Morgan said say what, but 25 grand, 1900, big money. He said, I have a success plan. He said, pay me $25,000 for it and you'll be a success. He goes, son, I already am a success. He goes, no. You will be wildly successful, more than you can ever dream. And he did. He became a huge philanthropist, so on and so forth. He said, I'll tell you what, I'll make you a deal. And J.P. Morgan was known for his word. If he shook your hand, he agreed, he agreed. That was it. He said, you give me the envelope, let me open it and read it, and if I agree that it's worth it, I will write you out a check for $25,000. So, may I have that envelope, please? Hello, sir. How are you? Matthew, come on over here. What do you got here? Okay, here's the envelope, please. Oh, you know what? Would you do me the honors and read it? This is what's in the envelope this man back in 1900 handed to J.P. Morgan about what to do, what will make you wildly successful. There you go. We'll open it up. Would you read that, please, for the camera and the folks?
Every morning, write a list of things that need to be done that day. do them.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Val. Did you hear that? Did you get that? If it's good for J.P. Morgan, and he took out his checkbook and wrote him a check for $25,000. Number one, every morning, as Matthew so eloquently said, write a list of the things that need to be done that day. Write them down. Number two, do them. Number two, do them. Hey, again, if it's good for J.P. Morgan, it's good for us. Folks, give me some shelter. It is crazy around here. You know, everybody gets excited for vacation. Imagine if you got excited about your dreams that way, about your desires, about your passions in your life. Why not? That's what life's all about. How about putting some things on a list that really do get you jazzed up and make you excited, so you can get nearly excited as you do when you're going away on a trip, when you're going to plan a shopping spree, whatever it might be. Right, Matt? Absolutely. How you feel? Help Daddy pack up and everything? You get worn out? Are you good? Anyway, folks, I'm Joe Fermano. Thank you for tuning in to today's Daily Dose. Make it a great day. It's the only one you've got. Get off to a good start every day. Rise early. Slow down. Write things down. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for your time today. We got to get back to packing. No, we got a lot of stuff going on here. Daddy doesn't look as smooth as usual, let me tell you.